Check, 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 check. Yo, what's going on? I'm doing a quick little thing. Oh, we have a cat that wants to go on to the screen, but I'm just organizing some stuff real quick. I wanted to do it on stream and also show off some cards. Trying to de-sleeve Aurora, or at least organize it now that it's gone. I was like, you know what, it's a good opportunity, beginning a stream, just kind of talk over some stuff. How are you doing? Also, thank you for the follow. Trying to get in the habit of doing at least a couple streams when I can. Jam some games, you know. But I appreciate you stopping in. Also, can you hear the music? I'm not sure if it's too quiet or not. But hopefully it's coming through. Yeah, now that this deck is just going straight to LL, I'm kind of thinking that it might be nice to get it all organized, get it kind of set up to play in that format, which is an eventuality. I don't know. We're probably not playing that format for at least a little while, at least right now. But when the time comes, then I'll have the deck probably fully ready to go. How's your morning going? Hopefully it's going good. I guess it might not be really morning for you. I know you're much different time zone than I am. So we got A, B, afternoon. Yeah. Yo, what's going on, Burst Flames? Yeah, I kind of figured it was afternoon for you at this point. Okay. So we got this and this, then somersault, discharge. Trying to get some reps with Levia. Nice. Hi. I've got a cat trying to climb into my lap simultaneously. You can probably see a little shadow. Not sure. Is that lightning press, lightning surge? And then I've already taken Rabble and Snatch out of the deck list because they are in my Cindra list. Cat Gaming. She's trying to make her way into the lap. We'll show her in a second. Dwarf is not a part of the league. He probably has no clue what you're talking about. Dwarf is a friend from another Discord. But if you're curious, Dwarf, I can send you the information for it. Basically, there's this guy. His name's Scowling Fleshbag. He is a streamer. He usually streams Monday through Wednesday now. And he streams Flesh and Blood content. And he's been doing this thing where he runs a league that anybody can join, and there's actually pricing and stuff to it. But basically, you sign up on his Discord, and then once you're signed up on the Discord, you can like request to play against people at any time. Oh, I thought you were talking about. Scowling's League. Scowling's League is still pretty cool. Yeah. I can't wait for this card to get banned. Sigil of Suffering. This card is getting banned in like a week. Almost guaranteed. But I'm just trying to separate out all my like generic stuff and some of my not generic stuff. That way I can do what I want with it. You are a mod for Ethan? I have no idea. Oh, also, just throwing this out there. Burst, I know you've been watching for at least a little bit. If you have channel points, I got a channel point redeem. I'm not going to jump down and grab them right now because cat on my lap currently. But I got a channel point redeem that is for the for packs, just like Scowling has. I actually need to add in. That source so that we can see it. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just jumping back over here so that I can steal the alert box. Paste a reference. Alright, I think, sorry, I've got 2 alert boxes and I'm not sure which one. Only got 700, but you can see it. Okay, sweet. So that should be set up. Alright, we're going to get Kitty Cam here in a second. Let me get this figured out here. See, she's right here. She's trying to figure out how to lay down. Let me get my arm. But this is Pix. Pix is named after Vulpix, the Pokemon. She's just gonna chill with us for stream, apparently. She usually doesn't sit in my lap, so this is a cute little moment. Alright. Let's, I'll get this situated real quick. You can see her little head poking. But, yeah, like I was saying, we got a new redeem for packs. I did preemptively, I'm just going to throw this out there, I did preemptively open some of my prize packs. I'll throw back on the full cam for this. I opened some of my prize packs from last week's Armory, Smuggled Pigs to Montreal. I have another cat too, she's just not in here. She might be down here, but I can't tell. She might be in the window. But I opened some of my prize packs from last week. I know, before actually bringing them here. And I opened this. Hopefully we can get not a gigantic glare. but it's a cold foil deathmatch arena. You can see Pix wants to see it too. Okay, don't ruin it, because we're giving this to somebody. We're trading it to someone. But we opened a cold foil deathmatch arena. It's pretty cool. Alright. Let's jump into games. I'm gonna just really quick, I'll go over, there's some very small changes. It is a Fable, yeah. So, always cool to have some Fables. I've gotten, I'm trying to think. I think I have a Fable from nearly every set that since I've started playing. I'm trying to think through sets. Hi. Just trying to reach the microphone. So, I've gotten the Fable from Uprising, not from Dynasty. I've gotten Outsiders, Dusk Till Dawn. I've got the Bright Lights one. I just opened the Heavy Hitters one. I don't have the Part the Mistveil one, or at least I've never opened it. I did get a gold pack though, so I have the Enigma New Moon, which is like kind of neat. What was the Rosetta Fabled? Oh, Will of Arcana. Yeah, I don't have Will of Arcana. And then Hunted's was also a gem, and I don't have that one either. That was the Schism. Yeah, I don't have that. I've got a decent amount of the Fableds, though. At least I've pulled a decent amount of them. So, really small changes to this list. Not anything super crazy, but compared to my previous list, there is a lot less blues, and there's also no yellows in the list anymore. It is quite literally all red. So we're looking at now a sideboard that has 2 Double Strike, 3 Loyalty. Loyalty is a replacement for That All You Got. Loyalty also is just like playing really well into disruptive decks that kind of want to take your hand a little bit. This allows you to draw a card, kind of reset a little bit. Sound the Alarm works extremely well in matchups where you want to bring in these and that they're running attack reactions. So you just bring in Sound the Alarm in those matchups and you just get like crazy good value. This is just like a straight swap for Hunt the Hunter in the deck list. And then you got some Double Strikes for the decks that like to block you out a lot. Double Strike just feels really good. Guardian Gem is cold foil. Yeah, that's pretty sweet actually. You've opened 0 in your 1 year. Well, promise you'll eventually come across one. I feel like they're rare, but they're not that rare. Jarl. I feel like I want to go first and probably expect him to play towards Fatigue. I wanted to try and figure out still doing like a point redemption thing on these, but I'm still not sure how to. Probably gonna bring in some loyalties and just play a little heavier. It's not a, is it pull? It's not a pull, because I want you to be able to vote with channel points. I just don't know how he ends up doing it. The High Seas one's supposed to be broken? Yeah, that's what I've been hearing too. So we're going to keep the brand. We're going to try and push a little bit of damage here. Do you have to make a bunch of different channel point options? I don't know, to be completely honest. I think he just sets it up as a, gosh, I can't even remember what he sets it up as. Just all of a sudden pops up and is like, you can vote between the different ones. No clue. That deck list is actually the wrong deck list. I will link the deck list in the chat for you. Sorry. You think it's a pull? Where can you use points? So points are like used over time. It is a pull. Okay, I'll set up a pull right now. Give it 2 minutes. Okay. Please let me know if that worked. New to Fab, sorry if you ask questions about things. No, dude, absolutely. Go ahead and ask questions. I'm more than happy to answer. The points are basically the ones that I'm using for the channel are channel points. You can see them if you're looking at the chat. There's like a little button at the bottom of the chat where you accumulate points after you follow. You can also get them even if you're not following, and when you can't bet points. Okay, we're gonna end the poll then really quick. Okay, we're gonna flick. Sorry, friend. I'm trying to. We'll get it figured out before the next game. We'll do like a test run, and then see how that works. Because I don't want to. This Jarl game's already gonna take a long time, so instead of wasting this Jarl's time, we're gonna go through. We'll figure it out right before the next game. We'll do a few little. You can do it. Oh, I just need you to. Are you modded? It doesn't say that you're modded on here. You are? Okay. We are back on aggro. Yes, we are back on aggro. How if you accumulate? Yep, exactly. That is exactly how that works. This being dominated really doesn't matter too much. You're good. Sorry. I literally just set up Nightbot. I'm sorry if it yells at you. You're good. If it times you out, please just yeah. If it times you out, I apologize. It's being very finicky. It just warned you. Okay, good. So on this turn, we can kind of play cut through as our second chain. The bot is a bully. Babe, if you want to set up the poll is literally just win or lose. Think you got it set up. Okay. Can you guys check and see if that is working? Also, him blocking here on the first card is like crazy good for us. Okay. She did it right? Sweet. Loranimo is my partner who's sitting behind me and also watching stream. So go ahead and flick a knife on this chain here. Keep it alive. I think we send the cut through here and try and maybe play towards the Hunt the Hunter. Oh, he's full blocking this. Okay. Interesting. So maybe we keep the Hunt the Hunter. Left it for longer. Okay. Good to know. Oh, I see. Okay. Now that you did that, there's one that popped up that says choose prediction outcome on my end. That wasn't there before. So maybe I needed to just like add it to my little like window. Also, I don't like that this chat doesn't say that you're modded. Not that that's like crazy important, but oh man, this hitting is like so good. We'll go ahead and just play the Hunt the Hunter now. Get some good value in. I know we're not drawing a card, but like man, getting another fealty and an extra 5 damage over, so nice. CLV is like super fine. You know, as a mod for Ethan, she's a mod on your screen. Yeah. Well, I'm using like a special chat window that's through Restream so that I can see both the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat. And so that's what makes it a little more difficult. So I've got to pay an extra each time I use something here. So I want to probably, depending on how long they can keep, I want to use a fealty. I didn't even think about that. That's going to cost 1, and then the next one's going to cost 2. Okay. Yeah, thinking. Because if I go here, that's going to cost 2. This is also going to cost 2. So what I think would be smart is let's fealty pitching this just so that I keep my other fealty. And then play this. Gosh dang it. Sorry. We'll go this, pitching this. I was thinking that I could pitch to Flamescale, but I actually can't. I also drew kind of a clunker of a hand, so we'll let him do his thing. Seven tried to compete with Ethan at first, but gave up. I haven't seen your League of Levi jacket. No, I have not seen it. It's not Twitch chat, it's a Fuse chat, so it shows where you're chatting from. Yes, exactly. Gosh, drawing a lot of clunkers right now, but that's fine. Said you in Discord? Okay. This is a Frostbite. Why is it coming in for 8? Shouldn't it be coming in for 7? Oh, might from the last turn. This is not going to stick around, thinking. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then I don't get a Frostbite. And then I can just send Hunt the Hunter. Like, if he pummels me, then that's just unfortunate. Real question, how did you decide your main? Having a hard time, especially because you don't get to play in person, so you just learn, you only have a bunch of Blitz precons. So I actually started with Blitz precons and started playing with my partner while we were on vacation. I picked up the game from an old game store in my hometown, and I was like, man, this looks really cool, and I picked up Prism and Levia Blitz deck lists, and I realized that I didn't really like, okay, so he hovered a pummel here. I didn't really like how Levia played as much as I liked how Prism played, and so I was like, oh, I'll build Prism, and then she Living Legended right as I was joining the game. Hopefully it didn't just kill you on, I'm assuming it's just warning you again. Fingers crossed. I think I'm going to have to mess with Nightbot so it doesn't kill people. Oh, he timed you out. I got you. I got you. Hold on. User...
I did it.
You did? Okay, sweet. Sorry about that. Lawrence got you back. Okay, he passed on this. I think we want to flick here. Just to get an extra damage through. I forget that we're not on that chest, but yeah, so I came into the game technically right before Uprising released. and I had a very hard time trying to figure out like what I wanted to do with the game. I knew that from playing Magic that I would probably want to play something kind of Control-esque. And so the thought process was, oh, well, okay, this is not dominated. That's pretty sweet. Oath of Loyalty is looking pretty weak here. But he's also going to pummel me. So we'll get rid of the Snatch here. Bot is dumb. We are new, right? I started playing in Uprising, and I really gravitated towards decks that I thought felt like control decks. And so I played a little bit of Icelander and a little bit of Dromai at that time, and then swapped to playing Arachne when he came out. Played Arachne for an extremely long time. Oh, this will reduce this cost. So let's just do this. Dexter 3 years didn't open until 4 weeks ago. Okay, super valid. Yeah, so I started playing with those decks. So Icelander, Dromai, and Arachne were my like first decks that I really played. And so I really enjoyed playing those for quite a long time. And then eventually I focused in on playing Icelander because she felt like the most control deck. She eventually died through Living Legend. And then after the Living Legend of her happened, I swapped over to playing Azuri shortly after that. That was mostly just because Azuri kind of fit what I was looking for at the time. And so I played a lot of Azuri and really enjoyed that deck. But the only issue that I had with Azuri was that she felt a lot like Dorinthia, and that like a lot of her damage was pretty like face up. You're debating on getting the Ira Armory deck. Honestly, it's probably a good idea. I really like Ira as a deck. I think Ira's pretty solid. So I was playing Azuri. Played Azuri for a while. And then I realized that there were a lot of decks that I just like wasn't really enjoying. And so I was like, I need to just like put time and effort into like one specific deck and play it a lot. And so I focused in on playing what was the deck? Gosh, I can stretch now the cat's not with me. I focused in on playing Dash.io for an extremely long time because I really liked the top card being like revealed in a way, and being able to do like shenanigans with that I thought was extremely fun. And so I played Dio for a long time. Played Dio for a super long time, and then after Dio, I was like, you know what? I need to try some of these newer heroes that were coming out at the time. I think it was Rosetta was coming out. And so when Rosetta came out, I was like, oh, I'm going to be a Verdance main because Verdance is really pretty. I really like her art. I think she'd be a lot of fun. And so I went towards Verdance, and then all of a sudden it was like, wait, Verdance actually isn't doing the things that I want her to do. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to swap over and play Aurora. Aurora seems pretty fun. And she's got that like really aggressive playstyle that Dio kind of has, and so I'll just play that deck instead, and that ended up working out in waves for me. Aren't assassins the most expensive class to build? Yes, they are. At least traditionally they are. I think I just send this, although sending the 4 here is probably smart because it forces 2 cards, this still probably at least forces. That's so nice to see here, because I'm not continuing this turn anyways, so getting a Frostbite here really does not matter. So I played Aurora, and then now I don't, because now she's gone. This is 7. We can block 1, 2, thinking. We can block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if I wanted to keep this plus this, and then arsenal that. Yeah, let's do that. Because he's not on a tunic counter to be able to pummel. CNC alone is $80. Yeah. Command and Conquer is definitely a staple that prices out a lot of players, unfortunately. But especially the equipment. The equipment's really expensive. But that's just like a struggle of, in my opinion, like getting into the game is you're gonna run into a lot of the time you're gonna run into issues with those kind of things. Blizzard. Do I care? Do I just say yes? Sounds like I need to pick a class. I mean, I jumped around quite a bit, and I eventually focused in on just like, oh, I just want to play something that's aggressive. And this has felt like perfect for that. I'm just going to pay 0. That's fine. Unless you're talking about our buddy in chat here. But I would definitely say picking a class does a lot. Like that's going to help you tremendously. I think, because I can stop this on hit. Because it's 4 or more, right? So if I give them, like, keeping Ancestral is probably ideal. Or actually, is it? Thinking. Because I could go, because I don't have any fealty anymore, which is a little awkward. I go pitch here, swing this, swing this, swing this. Do I let him just destroy one of my equipment? Or at least get 1 block out of it? I think I do this, and then I still play the loyalty. Just that way it's out of my hand. Or actually, do I keep it because he still has Stalagmite? I think I keep it because he still has Stalagmite. And then he destroys most likely my boots. Yeah. I only have 1 jamming sediments and Azalea. I came to game. Give you a copy of CNC. That's really cool. Nearest LGS is an hour away. Just little Swiss tourneys, 1 pack per win. Honestly, those are some of the best tournaments to go to. Honestly, me being down 2 equipment pieces here is gonna be really rough for me. Oh shoot. Sorry. Can we go back? Haven't revealed yet. I meant to start here. We'll see how messed up we get throughout the rest of this game. It's probably incorrect for me to block with chest there now that I think about it more. Because now there's just like huge risks every time I play stuff. Oh. Oh. Oh, this feels terrible. Is he discarding this? I'll just flick in response. Okay. Yo, Joel, how's it going? I think we send this and we just keep both loyalties. I know he gets to just like single card block it, right? Why is he giving me Stalagmite here? This doesn't have go again. Do I just pitch the Lava Burst? I guess that's kind of a misplay. I'll just pitch the Lava Burst. It's alright. Oh yeah, this is so fine. So we keep Oath and Display Loyalty here. I'm gonna tuck this Blood Runs Deep probably. And then we pass with Loyalty. I lost my Illusionist waiting for Gravy. Super fair. Yeah, 1 card block 6. Also, we're gonna draw a card. Yo, Dylan, what's going on? I do have a YouTube channel. I've got both a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel that I've been trying to do some regular streaming on. Also, sorry if I miss any messages or anything like that. There's a lot of stuff going on. I appreciate all you guys being here. It's a crazy amount of people here. Yeah, I would say definitely like a big part of initially getting into the game is picking your hero, or like picking a class to stick to. I think that changed how I approached the game, like, quite a bit. I initially thought that Assassin was going to be what I wanted to play, and so like I picked up a lot of the expensive staples because they were just good in those decks. So like I bought E-Strikes, I bought CNCs, I bought codexes and like that kind of stuff. And in hindsight, you know, like not everybody has the privilege of doing stuff like that, because I know that that's a lot of money. At the time, it wasn't nearly as expensive as it is now. I think it's a lot more expensive now to purchase those things, but that was what I ended up locking into. And there's other heroes where, like, I would say a good example is like Ira, right? Ira right now is a little bit more expensive because Mask is expensive now. But when I picked up Ira, like shortly after she got revealed, Mask was $30. This Mask, this one right here, Mask of Momentum, was $30. And so I think that if you're getting into the game, there's like, it's kind of tough because it's hard to know when the right time to get into like what hero is. But I think if you have a deck that like really resonates with you and some of the staples are like on the cheaper side, I would definitely say it's probably worth at least putting a little bit into like a few different classes, or classes that you plan on playing for like an extended period of time. Like Ninja was a class that I was like, oh yeah, I could see myself playing that, because I really gravitate towards like aggressive heroes. Also, hi Trent. I can't remember if I said hi or not. But yeah, Mask had a crazy like up and down swing. Regret not committing 4 years ago. Yeah, that's super fair. Missing some key cards, but you think you can borrow them from your locals? Yeah. Yeah, that's super, super normal for a lot of communities. I'm gonna refresh. Yeah, in other trading card games, it is very much not the norm. I'm gonna get a frostbite here, which kind of sucks. But we're gonna full block this anyways. What we could do is okay, so Snatch is still pretty good here. What we could do is we could block here, pitch for the Snatch, or we just, yeah, or we just say, yes, we'll discard. Because, like, this isn't sticking around, that's for sure. So that's probably our block. Thinking. Almost got kicked out of Attorney one time for it. It's been a long time since then, I'm sure. I mean, blocking here is the same as discarding, so I think we just block. Fab's your first TCG. Before Fab, you're just jamming Runeterra. I've heard a lot of people have come over from Legends of Runeterra, especially when it started to like kind of downturn. People seem really high on that TCG. Because of Majin? Oh, okay. I'm going to pitch here just to clear that, and then we'll Snatch. Shocked people haven't come from Hearthstone. I think there is a handful of people that have come from Hearthstone, but not a whole lot. Bought Riptide Blitz, bought 3 packs of WTR. First pull is Mask of Momentum. Goodbye, Benji. Yeah, dude, Benji. I remember us talking about Benji, like, early days of you starting to play. Benji's gross. Benji's really gross. Also, now that the kitty cat's not on my desk here, just to show you guys, unfortunately my LGS only had heavy hitters, so we got a whole box of heavy hitters to open up with points. So hopefully we pull a balance, or another one of these guys. Another deathmatch arena would be sweet. So that's what you guys have to look forward to, at least right now. Of course, Lauren. Lauren has plenty of points. We'll open a pack after the game for Lauren. We're gonna get a card here? That's crazy. Okay, no, he's gonna use his boots. Give you a few months of making me... Yeah. That's kind of the point. But most... I'll say this. Pack point redemptions really aren't, like, terribly expensive to, like, come up to. The 2,000 points... Thank you for the follow. The 2,000 points really isn't as bad as it sounds. Gosh, this is just make another frostbite. I really don't want to get hit by this. The likelihood of me getting hit with Mask now is like slim. So maybe I go here. Tend to lurk a lot. Yeah, exactly. So like if you're just hanging out, you're gonna get the points. I put it at 2,000 because that's exactly what Scowling has his at, and it feels like he's able to open. Usually, I would say like 2 to 3 packs a stream, which is pretty decent. Yeah, thank you for the follow though. I appreciate that a lot. It's slim but never zero, yeah. It can increase as your community grows, more people are making you open multiple packs a day. There's actually a timer on it, but yes, that's the exact idea. Okay, so we're gonna put Ignite on the bottom. We don't die here. Oh, but we don't have Mask anymore. I think we still keep it. I think we keep it, we just go to 1. And then if he just like blizzards me here, then it's just GG's. Okay, that's a good sign. Yo, thank you for the follow. I know that's you, Trent, right? Throw a Prime sub in 2 weeks? Yeah. Dude, if you want to support other streamers with your Prime subs too, go for it. I'm not offended if you want to use your Prime sub on other people as well. It is you. Okay, sweet. Okay, so we definitely flick here. Oh. I forget how loud. Woo. You scared me. I forget how loud I have that alert set up. Hopefully that didn't blow up your ears. Doubled up, gotta get you to open the box. Yeah. Okay. We have a chance here. You have Turbo, so I count for ads, but since I have Prime, I try to support people who deserve it. Fair. We're gonna fealty this. I'm pretty sure we need to. We didn't need to. I'm a bad player. We didn't need to fealty that. But I'm not going to take it back at this point. It's alright. Trent sub as well. Yo, thank you. I appreciate it. I think you started a hype train. I've never had a hype train on stream before. I used to stream some very different content in the past. I would stream like Dead by Daylight and other games that I found fun. This is actually a pretty solid hand here. Mangle hurts pretty bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, we just win, right? Unless it's Shelter. He has 1 Shelter left, which means that he can't Arsenal this card. So if we go 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is Ninja Stream, not Runeblade. Hey, this was a Runeblade stream up until the point at which it became a Cindra stream. It was. Yeah, I used to play DBD like a ton. Mitch as well. Yo, thank you guys for the subs. That's crazy. Him going back up to 3 here really sucks for us. Yeah, fruits really sucks for us here. Just as a heads up to you guys that are using subs, I will be working on updating, like, I'll be working on updating things like the emotes, the, like, badges and all that stuff. A lot of it is left over from VTubing time, and so It's a very, very different look to it than kind of what I'm trying to go for now at this point. Winter's Bite. The Frostbite really sucks here. I want to keep a card in deck, though. What blocks 2? We're going to get rid of that one. Cut Through is still pretty relevant here, mostly because we still have a Kunai in play. If he has actually nothing here, though, that's crazy good for us. Yeah, I'm like, he's got to be able to swing Hammer. So do we just go Art of Dragonblood? Actually, we can't. I definitely don't want to give him Flick Knives, because that's my out here. But I also have to block 2 cards. Got a Winter's Bite was really the best card possible for him to have there. Do I give him Flick Knives? I think the answer is just no. Fruits definitely messes us up super bad there. I didn't even realize one of those subs was Dwarf giving a gift sub. Dude, thank you for the gift sub. I didn't realize that. Death Steps. Dude, what's going on? I'm here. I'm around. I'm just not doing VR chat. God, Winter's Bite, man. Winter's Bite's getting me. I'll pay 1. I am alive. Hoping to make Hype Train 2. Keep the Lava Burst in deck. We're probably just gonna die. Maddox and all of them were on last weekend. I miss a lot of those guys. I tried messaging a couple people the other day and just like got no response, and I was like, it's fine. Not the end of the world. Got a lot of 3 blocks here. Can't Jarl just kill us? In theory, yes. I don't know why he hasn't. He's just playing the slowest game possible. And death. Yeah, he's just freezing us to death. He's not doing anything crazy here. Do we... Because... Okay. So we have to block. Sound the Alarm's our first block no matter what there. Everything costs a little bit more. So if I have to pay an extra 1 for everything, then playing a 4 is probably the most effective thing I can do. Or do I go, this would be 1, 2, 3, which takes my whole hand. Undefinite. Undefinite is a friend of, an old friend of mine. We're talking some completely different non-flesh and blood related things. Sorry, these are some. Sorry, what is? Yeah, it's all good. Undefinite is an old friend of mine from VR chat. I also used to do a lot of VR chat content, a lot of VR content. I played a lot of what's the game called? I played Beat Saber on stream a lot. I don't know that any of my VODs are. I don't know that any of my VODs are still available for that kind of stuff. My Dead by Daylight main, in terms of like Survivor or in terms of Killer? Killer, probably Ghostface. Ghostface is really fun. So I'd say probably Ghostface, and then if it wasn't Ghostface, oh, there's Pummel here. Thinking, right? There's a Pummel here for like for sure. Here's one. Here's two. Yeah, so this is technically 8. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll just give you the whole hand. Favorite VR chat, anything of the OG Donkey videos. Dude, those ones, and gosh, I'm gonna forget what his name is. It's so I watched a lot of Pokelols. So that was like one side of it that I really enjoyed. And then he should have absolutely, oh, he just has another fruits. I think I'm just dead. I don't think there's anything I can do here. He still has another Oakenolden deck, right? He still has another Oakenold. But I used to watch a lot of Pokelols. He kind of was the guy that got me into it, but it was also Drumsy? Is that right? I think that's what his name is, Drumsy. I watched a lot of YouTube content around that time, and that was like some of my favorite stuff to watch was VR chat. And so that got me into the game. And then eventually I met a really nice group of people that I spent a lot of time with. I mean, I'm just going to not play around the Pummel because I can't anymore. And then he'll pummel me and I lose. If it is Pummel, you just die whenever they keep... Yeah, exactly. So, like, he just pummels here and he kills me, which is fine. Yeah, DBD really just, like, went to shit. I had a few stumble turns in that game. I apologize to the believers. Yeah, unfortunately, it is a loss. We'll drop that down to 0-1, but we will go full cam really quick. We're gonna open the one heavy hitters pack that Lauren asked for earlier. You're a Spirit main, but you haven't played DVD for 2 years. Do some changes and perks. Yeah, that's super fair. All right, so we got Hold'em. Pack Hunt, Blue Concuss, Red Wild Ride. Shouldn't play around it. Yeah, I just can't. Vigorous Engagement. Yeah, haven't seen that one before. A lot of these cards are cards that I just haven't seen. Red Rising Power, Gauntlet of Might, Rising Sword. Sorry about the terrible quality, by the way. Money Where Your Mouth Is. Lead with Heart. Stand Ground. Did he ever add Springtrap? Not yet. Got a blue pack call. Got a nice wage gold. Lead with Hard as Dark Foil and nothing. Alright. They are adding Springtrap to the game relatively soon. So we'll keep the wage gold set aside. That one's staying aside for myself. Thank you for the point redemption. Got a whole stack over there. Let's go back here. We'll jam another one. See if I can join into this guy's Ira. Darn it. I got you, Trent. Can we, Okay. Hello. Ira, I kind of think we just want to play like some double strikes in this matchup. We'll get rid of one of the Blood Runs Deep, and we'll get rid of one of the Hunt the Hunters. Okay, Trent's back. I am going to fix Nightbot really quick. Give me 2 seconds. I'm fixing him off screen. I don't like him. Yeah, he hates capitals. He's just like, capital letters, just not allowed, ever. There. Should be set up now. Okay. Trent, you're gonna be my test bed. Please spam capitals. Spam those capital letters. Nightbot should not kill you if I set it up correctly. Nice. We got there. Well, he's playing Sound the Alarm. This is actually like crazy good for us. Just reduces the cost of, oh, this is my first one. I'm actually gonna pass on that. Do I still want to send, because I haven't created a Fieldsie this turn. I think I still just send it. I do want a prediction, yes please. Same exact thing, just win, lose. We're at 2 Draconic Chains, so it's not really worth flicking, because I can't pick them back up and keep the Arsenal card. This looks like a crazy hand. I think Oath of Loyalty is used to block here, though. Already pulling a Simon. What do you mean by that? Me forgetting the predictions? This is just fine, right? Being late on predictions. Fair. We should get like CNC'd here, probably. Because he's still sitting on 2. Erased face. Okay. Erase face, it just like actually doesn't hurt us here too much. I could just do this. The only thing is that Ignite doesn't reduce the cost of a dagger. So we'll just do this. He's already IP'd on a card anyways, so I'm not too concerned about giving him a draw here. Ignite just doesn't reduce anything here, which is fine. Right? Yeah, the next Draconic card. Cards and tokens lose all class and talent types. Yep. Okay. So that's fine. We'll cut through. He could gotcha us here. If he has like a... What's the one? The shelter. We're gonna remove that, and then we are going to hit a nice little.
Oops.
Yeah, don't unban him.
You did.
Okay, so shelter's just like completely blowing us up here. That's fine. We'll probably block second chain here. I'm assuming it's Kadachi something. Or he's throwing Tiger this early. It's like the freest one block. You're nicer to me? Yeah. So far you've been nicer to me. Okay. With the dual threat, if he sends this and then probably wants a 2-cost, is it worth... I guess he could just flick the other dagger. Do I need to refresh? Is it me? Yes, it is. So he didn't hit on the second chain, which means this is not going to get a draw. Do I just block here? I guess if it's CNC in Arsenal, that's pretty bad for me. I think we just don't block here. Let's see what this last one is. Censor. The censor for 8's pretty crazy. I'm just gonna say yes and see what he names. Unfortunately, we take a ton of damage here. Brand, okay. Brand seems pretty reasonable to name. We're able to just like keep it for next turn anyways, or pitch it here. Yep. Unless you don't like you. That's kind of fair. We are gonna add a Bloodstained counter. This draws a card. Okay. This might be Flight Path turn. Does Censor say can't play from hand? Can't play. Well, look at that. Opponent didn't block, and we went 6 chains wide, and we actually got him... Sorry, can we go back? I missed a window. We say no, and that will trigger. Then we'll use this, pick up both. I'm surprised he kept his hand here. His hand must be like crazy good. Up sticks. Kodachi for 5. I mean, it's probably just like free for me to block here. Just like here. We took tempo, so now we can block on this turn and not feel as bad. We're still throwing a decent amount of attacks on the next turn. He's flicking his other knife here. Okay, that's fine. Which means he's not probably... Okay, he's using chest, so he's probably swinging that knife again. Yeah, he's picking it back up. So 4 we just take here. Question here, do we get aggressive and we give him blood splatter here so that he can't trigger? I think we get pretty aggressive here and we just give him this because he's just trying to race us. Sound the alarm. That sucks. That sucks so bad. That sucks so bad. That's one of 3 attack reactions in my deck. Does it say whether or not you may? It doesn't look like he did. I mean, we just try and threaten mask here. Nice tempo you have there, B-Shames took it, yeah. Absolutely. We just do this twice. Come on. It probably actually would have been correct to play the brand here. Because then I'm coming in for 3, it forces a full card block. Then I use the Ancestral. Sound the alarm's pretty strong. I don't know if he put a card on top, though. It didn't look like he did. What's going on, Pipu? Knowledge is power. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he did, because if I'm looking... So I'm looking back at the chat, and it says, when he played Sound the Alarm, it said that he did not search for a card. What a crazy good card to draw right now. Here's another 4. You just gave me your Mask of Momentum. Oh my goodness. Did we have 3 chains? We had Blaze Headlong, Cut Through, a Brand. Yeah, we did. I mean, this card's just never hitting, so this forces him to use Flick. Did I just stack my deck? It looked like it. It genuinely looked like it. Those draws were crazy good. They could not have been more perfect. The double strike here is going to do a lot of work, too. When this hits... So it just is 0. I like keeping this, but this card feels pretty weak here because I don't have chest anymore. He doesn't, of note, he does not have any resources. And he's already used Flick. Going to 2 is a little dangerous. That's why Provoke is good in Warrior. Yeah. 4. Again, going to 2 is dangerous. But I don't really want to give them Mask here. I really don't want to give them Mask here. I think, unfortunately, it is the correct play. I just don't want it to be the correct play. I have exact lethal. Is a hot dog a sandwich? No. The bread isn't separated. I feel like that helps to make a sandwich more of a sandwich because you got the, like, you know, the part in between, right? Does that make sense? And blocking here feels so bad. Doesn't cost sandwich bread. Shops have bread like that, yeah, where the bread's like cut but not separated. Bread isn't separated on a sub. It's true. Is a sub still a sandwich? It's called a sub sandwich, right? Why is he blocking 3 here? This card just like kills me, right? I'm still gonna flick here because it's free damage. Actually, I made a mistake here, but I'm not gonna take it back. Can't explain why. Yeah, it feels that way. Oh. My game's panicking. My game knows I'm about to die. It's panicking for me. How do I feel about Cindra? I feel like she's fine. She's fine. Yeah, hot dogs are more taco than sandwich to me. That's fair. We'll just block the whole hand here. I'm just gonna die. Anyways, what's going on, Electrum? Mr. Locals. We'll just die. I'm so sorry. But the person who did choose lose had a 1 to 99 odd. So they should get hella points right now. So, congrats to Burst Flames. Take all those points. Sorry, we're down to 0-2. It's alright, though. I feel like we've had hands that have just, like, not lined up. And we're looking at just, like, these weird hands that just aren't feeling good. Let me get rid of some of the more restrictive cards here. Learn voting no with Simon works quite well. I mean, sometimes, right? Sometimes it works well, and then you'll have days like the other day where he went like, what? He went, gosh, how many games did he win in a row? Like 4 or 5 games in a row? Okay, did we start a new prediction? I'll start a new one. What are we gonna give him? 2 minutes. Got it. Oh, there's a kitty. There's a kitty screaming in the background. Wait, what blocked here? They blocked to the overpower? So, like, we just flick on this chain. Keep this chain alive. We don't need a blood splatter. This is 4. Game of skill. Yeah, dude, Simon did lock in. Like, he was going kind of crazy. Did we had 2 draconic chain links? They had to give us armor, which I like. I like when they give us armor. This hand's pretty fine. Okay, they're gonna pump it by 3. So what we do is we block 5, and then we give them 3, and then we set up a card. Give you a nice 8 here. Oh, the singing blowout. Alright. Okay, opponent. You did the thing. He's gonna destroy Bolter's first turn. You want to give away by voting no all month? Dude, that's a little evil, I'm not gonna lie. Man, I hate Dorinthia sometimes, dude. What the fuck? No, it's okay. He told you to do it? I mean, if it worked. He just drew an all red hand? Yo, okay. So you're telling me there's a chance. God, I hate blocking into Dorinthia so fucking much. He drew an all red hand, which means that these 2 cards are probably also just straight fucking gas. He doesn't have go again. Okay. Dory, yeah, Dory using boots so early is like crazy. Yeah, dude. Shelter all day. So we still have 2 prevention on shelter, but he's like effectively blocking mask, right? I still probably want to... No, I think I keep Flick. Because then if he doesn't block 4 on this... Yeah, we just get both those back. Okay. We set up a good D-react here. Okay. His hand is pretty face up. I don't like that I can't play this. I also just think that I can't block from hand. Because I'm pretty sure it's just like glint or something. And we're at the point of just racing. Okay. It's like the fastest snap block I've ever seen. No. No. Yeah, the moment they get a second counter, I'm in a really, really rough spot. Ooh. Do not skip Arsenal. Okay, I need this really bad. What does this one dominate? And on hit go again? No? Okay. This is a turn that sucks. So I've got the loyalty. Why is the KO Armory deck so expensive? Yeah, it's just because it's older and it's got a lot of expensive cards in it. I prefer the red line or the blues. I have played blues in Cindra. I just don't know if they are like consistently good enough to like do what we want. Also, this guy's just sent 8 every single turn. Okay. Man, that sucks. We're definitely blocking the next hit swing. Like, without a doubt. We're just throwing shit in front of it, right? 1, 2, 3... God, it still has fucking dominate. I have a loyalty in yard, right? We are so... We're in so... Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, maybe we're not in as bad of a spot. Okay, hold on. So do we go... Okay, I have to think here. Thinking. We might still be in this game here. We need to play this brand correctly. So it'd be
God.
1, 1, 1, this, swing. Okay, okay. I'm pretty sure I understand how we're supposed to play it. I do not want to flick here. Flicking doesn't get me a lot of damage. That's fine. Wrath. That's 1. This is 2. Annoying. Here's 3. We flick on this chain. No. Pick up both. Just see Dory on Tunic, yeah. No. Pass. Pass this. Let's go ahead and give this. No. So we're matching them down to 8. Still say no here. We're ending on 0 daggers, which I realize is scary, especially with a hand that looks like this. But I think we might be okay. Do I just block 8? Or do I just block sound the alarm? Like, sound the alarm is probably just fine. I wonder if I was supposed to save the rebel for later in the chain. That's possible. Yeah, I didn't think about that. How about this? If I undo this and their last card is like a... I could just do like this, right? We're gonna see what happens here. I might just die, but... I might just die. He went to Rainblade after losing Zen. I mean, yeah, Zen was really, really good, though. I'm also just losing this match. Not worth playing the rest of that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not doing great today. If I wasn't going to block, I should have blocked 8. You mean on the, like, the first one? If I was going to block. Okay. Yeah, dude, Project Blue looks really sweet. another one that feels like incredibly difficult. Actually, these ones kind of just suck. Let's do these ones. And then Double Strike's pretty good. This card's like crazy good, so is this one. Maybe like one less Oath. And then one less like Art of Dragonblood. Probably feels fine. Removes counter and no go again. Yeah, I think it's probably, that makes sense. I also just have like such limited experience playing this deck still. Here's my free damage. Nope. See, like, I've been trying to think of what I want to build for Project Blue, but I don't really have any ideas for it. Wow, this hand's, like, crazy. And he's gonna love when I show him Double Strike right here. I think the game store you'll be playing at only does CC. Dude, you can always see, this is the best thing about how this game works. You can always just ask. See what they are interested in. Wow, he just gave up the angel just like that. He's like, yep, angel's gone. Blocking meta's coming. Guess we'll do it. Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna be good. Soul Shield's really good here. I'm actually gonna field see the Double Strike. That way we have a third Draconic Chain Link. Shelter here still, so good. My phone's going off. Got that spam risk. This hand's just like actually insane. Just being able to threaten Snatch is so good. You're like, oh no, my one card hand. Still crazy strong. We're gonna put Blaze Headlong in Arsenal. Just as less of a block. I don't think I can effectively block this turn, which sucks, because that means it's definitely Erudition that he goes and grabs. Oh, he grabbed Courage. Interesting. Sure, dude. You have Erudition in hand. Why would you not? I guess now he grabs Erudition. They'll have 2 Fab events listed as CC. Change it to Project Blue. I think it will get a lot of people back into the game, genuinely. What is this guy doing? He's just setting up all the defenses. This Prism's playing really weird. Okay. So I played Fire Tenant. I want to play Ronin. Then I want to play Burning Blade Dance. Your heart hurts. Dude, this might be the first game we actually win, and I didn't even start a prediction. Oh, we get a second flick, too. Ugh. Ugh. So nice. Oh. And we draw a card? Are you kidding me, opponent? Are you kidding me, opponent? What the fuck are you doing? God, if I had a fealty here, man, I wish I had a fealty here. Look at that, we went 8 chains wide. Oh yeah, he's absolutely racing. Why? Why is my opponent throwing? Yeah, it turns out my deck's like really good when people don't block me. Oh no. I mean, I still just like get free damage here, right? These are 3 blocks. This is a 2 block. I just sent Rabble, right? I guess this isn't a guaranteed go again. So he's banking on this guy being enough to kill me. Okay, so if I just block 7 here, that just like totally screws up his turn, right? Yeah. We won 1. I'm sorry, I should have done a prediction. I feel bad. I feel bad. Spectra is a mistake. I pray that when Prism dies, they just never bring her back. Prism should not have come back with Prism in name. No points lost. True. Very true. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna get an actual prediction. Ooh, Kano. Okay, you got 2 minutes. Too many weapons for my hands, that's true. Yeah, just submit the deck as is. To be honest, I have not lost to a Kano yet. So we'll see if this still ends up the same way. Yet is a very, very important part of that, yes. I've not lost one yet. Yo, we got a pack redemption already. Let's go. Also, he banished Blazing Aether turn 1? I kind of like the rest of my hand. But I think A being is correct. Can thank Dwarf for that. Oh yeah, because you get more points when you're subbed, huh? Dude, we just did draw the display loyalty anyways. You were short 800. Dude, let's go. At least you got the points. Not here. Let's make this look prettier. I forget that I can full screen and make this look infinitely nicer. We are going to add a bloodstain counter. I just keep this cut through, right? Ah, shit. No, I clicked through it. Are we able to go back? I would very much like to flick on this chain. Thank you. No, if you pass it, oh wait, we are already damaged, right? Okay, opponent's being nice. We will go back here and go through the motions again. Say yes. Display loyalty. Flick. There we go. Playing this game is hard sometimes. We're gonna say no on this one. Grab this guy back. Mask of Momentum hit. We will put... I like Cut Through in Arsenal. Lessons for 4. Okay. My hand doesn't end on this, but I can Arsenal it. And I like that. And regardless, he could choose whatever he wants here. It doesn't really do too much to us. He's just gonna put the whatchamacallit one, the 2 for 4 that pumps his next thing. He's just gonna put that on top anyways. Oh, he's grabbing Kindle. Okay. So he already has it in his arsenal then. Okay, keep in mind we're on 0 chains currently. This will be 1 chain. We're passing this. This will be 2. And I know for a fact that this Kano is not running Shelter or a Mental Block, so I'm gonna get go again on this. the real question... Okay, he's blocking 6. I believe the answer is no. And then I want to Lava Burst. Okay, so he's keeping Kindle in hand. Okay. This hand is like crazy. This hand's like actually insane. Because now this is just 4 go again. I'm going to get an extra card off this. Like I'm pretty sure you have to go off in response. Because I have too many cards. Right? See, I'm telling you. I haven't lost to Kano. And now we wait. He mentioned he needs to think for a second in chat, so we're just going to give him a moment. And we've already been on here for almost 2 hours. Got a hell of a lot of people watching. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not following the channel, please follow the channel. I'm trying to do a little bit more regular of Flesh and Blood streams. Right now, the plan is that I'm doing them currently on Thursdays and Fridays. That is tentative to change. I'll try and keep up with the Friday ones, which is kind of like late afternoon Fridays. But Thursdays might change in the future just because of the nature of my job is changing a slight bit, so. Okay, so you know what's crazy? Now the Hail Mary comes and does 40. I mean, so what's really good here is before this resolves, so I want to see how Metacarpus resolves, or if he's going to Kano here. Because what's cool about all this is I still have Flick up. So I effectively have 3. Okay, so he's kindling. He's going to Ragamuffin maybe? Yeah. So Ragamuffin goes. Puts a card on top. Kanos. Flips. What? Because I can respond to any card he plays here and just float 1 off of the kunai, which is like super good. Because he really wants this to get this amp and this. Okay. Banishing open the floodgates. We resolve Kindle? Probably not. We're probably pitching this card, right? Or can we not pitch this card? This is in the way, so I can't tell if he activated. Can I? It's damage step. Oh, it is damage step. Yeah. Yeah, he said he thinks there's no way that he can pitch the card. It is damage step. Yeah. So I cannot flick, but I still have plenty of cards in hand. What's going on, Omega? Oh, because he wants the Kindle back in hand somehow. Okay, so he's got twining. Sorry, twining. Arcane twining. Okay, so he drew off Kindle. I gotta wait here. Playing Cindra 2 on mono Mask of the Pouncing Link. So far doing great. Pitched Gaze the Ages. We pitched into Metacarpus nodes. Okay. This is very similar to the Japan list, yes. Okay. If I pitch again, the chance of Blazing Aether killing me goes down by 2 points. I still draw a card. Played Mono Red Cindra at Armory, went 3-0. Snatch is punishing people for days. Yeah, dude, I really like Snatch in this list. I think it is very good. Oh, he drew another Kindle. Crazy good. It's Clarity. So we play the Clarity. Use the Clarity. I mean, Twining is still like 7, right? So that's pretty good. No, he will draw. What do you mean? I think he drew an... Oh my gosh. This just does it, right? GG's, friend. Yo. Sorry that 1 to 56 is not going to take it this time. We got to win. All right, and we did have a pack redemption during that game, I think. So we got 1 heavy hitters that we'll jump through real quick. Hail Mary, they either kill you or they don't. Yeah, absolutely. All right. We will check this out. So we got Goblet, Red Concuss, Red Draw Swords, Yellow Pack Hunt, Blue Thunk, got Terrible Camera Quality, Vigorous Wind Up, Yellow Rally the Rear Guard, Red Wage Might, Vigor Girth, got a Wage Agility, ooh, Performance Bonus, I like that one. I'm going to set that one to the side for myself. Got a Fatal Engagement, our foil Clash Might, right? Oh no, we're still 1 card off the foil. Cast Bones, foil. Nothing in the token slot. This is so hard to see that it's foil. There we go. I can get a little shiny on there. Woo! Damn. Castbone's foil. Let's fucking go, though. That's pretty sweet. I don't play any Brute, but I love this card art. So at least there's that. That's a pretty sweet one. I don't think there were any other cards in that pack that I needed. I am trying to get more of these guys, the Rally the Rear Guards. Trying to get more of these guys for Gravy. It's Mr. Gravy Bones. Let's see here. 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab. I should have. We got an extra 300 of these Aurora sleeves because I bought them for the foil sizzles. So Castbone's foil is gonna get a nice little sleeve there. What a pretty card, though. Can't complain. You were on them before we make the We Make Best video. Florian. I'll go first. I just want to bring in all my attacks. I know he doesn't have attack reactions, but still bringing in. Oh. Or no, I don't bring in AB. I don't bring in AB. Man, this guy's name is... He's got a name, that's for sure. We just set up Wrath here. Like, crazy, crazy good first turn. I am giving him the ability to set up Earth cards in Grave, which kind of sucks, and I do realize that, but like, this Blaze Headlong is about to come in for 6. Oh, wait, oh, that's not a ninja card? Oh, that's not a ninja card. Oh my god, I thought that card was a ninja card. We'll start prediction, sorry. Got you. We'll flick here. I do want to add a bloodstain counter. That's second chain. This is so that's 1, 2. If I swing here, I can't use this, but I can pitch it to Wrath. Thinking. Because if I pitch to this, that's the second chain. I think it might just be worth it to go Wrath this turn. Yeah, that's fine. And then what we'll do is I know that it's like crazy aggressive to play it this way, but leaking damage into a Florian this early is like so good. No. Yeah. I don't care about starting with no daggers here. Like, he could throw literally anything he wants at me, and I'm still able to pick up both my daggers this next turn. Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Sure. playing ninja meant to be aggressive? I mean, yeah, that's the point, right? Probably correct to keep rising for later in the chain. Him not blocking there is really odd. Now you have to block this? Because it's 2 cards? Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Okay. We'll put this in Arsenal. Crazy good hand, too. Yeah, I don't care. Go for it, friend. So we go Fire Tenant, Ignite, this, Cut Through. Actually, do I flick here? Yeah, I flick here. I say no. Basically just, yeah. I mean, the IP is, like, annoying, right? But he's also giving me, like, so much. And I'm still leaking a shit ton of damage. Did I play that wrong? Hold on. Can we back up? There we go. Changes nothing about how he blocks, probably, anyways, so I just want my daggers back for free. This is the, like, fastest, yes, I will take however much you throw at me. I don't care. Still, what a crazy good hand. Ignite, Dagger, Fealty, Art of the Dragon Blood, Display Loyalty, March of Loyalty. Sure, dude. So that's 2. Here's 1. Which I'm pretty sure he's not going to block this. Okay, do I think I do flick here. Sure. He really, really wanted to prevent that damage. I mean, he's pretty effectively blocking out Mask here. So, like, that side of it kind of stinks a little bit. Oh, his turn was just to do nothing anyways. Let's see. I mean, I just play out this turn like here, 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 here. 2, 1. It's possible he's like trying to perk me this turn. So maybe the correct play is to just play this as a breakpoint for the third chain. I think that's good. Yeah, he's perking me. We'll discard this guy. We'll flick here anyways. If he has another, I was gonna say, that's gonna be crazy. We still just get like a really solid turn out of this. Like the perk hurts because I can't go as wide, right? But keeping that chain live and then still throwing 5 afterwards is so good. Because he's got so many 4 blocks. This is just super effective. He's got 1, 2... Okay, he has 3 that he can decompose with right now. So like he could commit like here and decompose. Like a yellow root bound. Okay. Or he just has another shelter. It's also a thing. Pick these guys back up. Felling is pretty annoying. But we've run him out of armor. The game's kind of actually in a good spot right now. Okay. 3. This is mostly because a third shelter block, like, blows me out here. Okay, so it's not the third shelter, I think. It is the third shelter. My goodness, dude. And another felling. Dude, this guy's just drawing like crazy the whole game. Oh, it was already Draconic, huh? Yeah, I didn't think about that. This is just like the most annoying card possible. This is a 0 for 4. I think it's this. I realize I'm putting myself into a weird situation here, but I think Double Strike does a lot of work this turn. Here's 1. Good chain hit. Hot on their heels. Flick on this chain. Okay, we have 2 Draconic chain links. We're not going to have a last one. We need to pop Fest. Would you like to give me a card? Sure. I'm going to say no to this one. I'm sorry. That is a game-changing block that you need to know to make. And it's cadaverous. Yeah, he's gonna rage concede. Come on, ass player. You had brand. Why did I need to fealty? Why did that not pop up on my screen? Yeah, Azreen, I just was a dummy and didn't realize it. And Pipu also said that in the YouTube chat. You thought you were rude. Gosh, that 10 point bet is just gonna burn you each time. Let's see, what time is it? 12:02. I got time for like 1 or 2 more. Talishar is a learning place. Talishar is a learning place when you're not in competitive CC playing Florian. If you're in competitive CC playing Florian and you miss block a one attack, okay. This deck is the deck that I am struggling to beat. We are going to... Oh, it's Mitch. Dude, Mitch, good luck. This is the deck I'm struggling to beat right now. And we're going to see if... we're going to see if changing around some stuff has worked. I did the right thing then. I mean, how often do I stream? About to head to work. Hope to be able to catch more streams. Right now, I'm trying to do streams on Thursday, Friday. It's not always going to be Thursday, Friday, though. I'm thinking more likely that it will end up being Fridays consistently, and then it will end up being... Why am I blanking? It'll probably be a varying day because my work schedule is changing. But I'm going to try and keep people updated. If you want to, you can follow my Twitter. I'm going to try and post some stuff there. My Twitter is DAUTTWEET. There should also be a link to it. I don't know if you use Twitter or not, but I'll try and post there and say whether or not I'm doing stuff or not. But outside of that, I don't have a Discord or anything set up just yet. If you're in any of the Discords of like other content creators like Agrablaze, or if you're in Simon's Discord, I also post there when I'm going live. Isn't it called X now? It is called X, but nobody gives a shit, if I'm being completely honest. Show me. Made it so the smart notifications where Twitch will send you notifications when you're active on your phone. I'm not sure. You can also turn on notifications for when I go live on here and on YouTube. There's like a little button that you can press that'll say whether or not I've gone live. That's what you mean you did? Okay, cool. Yeah, then yeah, you'll just do that and you should be good. Man, I hate this card. I hate this card too. You're just gonna flick me and then deal a shit ton to me. I don't have any 3 blocks in hand, so I'm not gonna block. Also, setting on Twitch, it makes it so it won't send you notifications if you've been inactive on your phone. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure how that works. I have Twitch notifications set up on my phone for like just a handful of streamers, but it's it kind of depends on who the streamer is and whether or not I like have stuff set up. Like I have Simon's stuff set up on my phone, but I don't have too many others. Like I got aggro set up on my phone, handful of other people. You notice that you don't get their actual live notification until like an hour later. Yes, I have noticed that in the past. Which is like, it's pretty frustrating, but it's not too much you can do about it. That's why. Yeah, I would say if you want like a consistently good one that's going to show you the correct information, you're going to want to use probably YouTube's notification, and then you could just use that as like a, oh, hey, he's streaming also. Because I'm going to stream at both platforms all the time. So if you are planning on watching in the future, I would say just plan on going through that as the best route. Yeah, no problem. And if you want, you can also add me on Discord. My Discord is just DAUTT. Really easy to find me. If you have any other questions, anything like that, you can always DM me. What's up? Is it El Dorte? How you doing? Playing a little aggressively here. I kind of... See, I'm always torn into Arachnes and whether or not I should keep my arsenal because they like to disrupt me so much. Man. See, I would love to block this, but I know he's just going to kiss of death me. Excited to continue learning? Yeah, dude, absolutely. I appreciate you being here. I'm still gonna loyalty. Oh, he gets the brand off the top. Nasty. No Mask of Momentum draw for you. That's gross. Because that takes away my starter. Actually, this is my starter. Yeah. This matchup honestly feels impossible sometimes. I don't know how to make it any better. It's very frustrating. Also, I forgot to start a prediction. Been torn on what to play for Nats, Battle Hardened in Switzerland. A Swiss player. Say no on this one. But otherwise, great. What are your options, if you don't mind me asking? Probably just blocks here, right? No? Everything. So like, what do you normally play, Brutes or Cilio? I kind of think Brute is like really is looking really solid right now. Same with the Cilio, but you have to be like a really good Cilio player. I'm gonna send him a refresh. Both are horrible into both Arachnes. Yeah, I think Arachne just feels so, like, weird right now. I can't figure out how to play into him. I genuinely can't, and it's just really frustrating. And I don't know if it's just that, like, I'm not understanding certain play patterns of him or something, or if there's more to it, you know. I could take one here. This hand is like terrible as well. So like that feels bad. KO doesn't cut it anymore. Yeah, sadly. I think KO like used to be so good. God. Okay. I was gonna say I don't think that works, but God, now I just have to play around Justinic. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Reinhardt Intimidate just does not matter into them. Into some decks it does. Into some it does. I've noticed that it still feels like a smidge rough at times. Actually, hold on. I need to revert to start. I need to have an actual turn here, and that is going to be banked off the fact that I can do this. Okay, I'm going to preface this with this play is bad. Aww. But it does get his Spring Tunic. Do I still send the Lava Burst? I think it's probably fine. Because I'm still, like, I'm trying to not IP myself, basically. This dude's still playing. Yes, I'm still playing. At least right now. But this is going to be my last game right now. How are you doing, Fernando? Only like Florian, every other deck just races you. I mean, yeah, that's kind of just the meta right now, is just, do you race faster than your opponent does? Man, I drew not great. I probably just block here. Levi's just a better KO, just harder to play. Yo, chill! Just made breakfast. Bro, Codex 2? Okay, what's the best card that I can grab here? It's definitely not Oath. Probably, like, Sound the Alarm? With my frailties, it's probably actually pretty good. Probably discard Snatch. I'm pretty sure I'm never getting this at this point. Oh, I don't have chest anymore. That's like an actual thing. Here. If you're good with the hero, I won't take anything. Can't remember the last time Ethan died to Bullet Debt. He doesn't play that much anymore. Yeah. I mean, he's just a good player in general. So, there's that side to it, right? Oh my god, are you kidding me? The one hand? What'd you block with? Block with, so you just don't have a react on this turn? Man, that sucks. That, like, sucks crazy bad for me. this hand's just also just like terrible. Man, why you do this to me? I just gotta save life here. I'm gonna pop a fealty just for fun. Because I'm not keeping it in the next turn. See, I don't know what it is about this, about going into this deck in particular, but I just feel like this deck is like impossible to beat. Who's excited when they ban Codex or rid of Assassin? Dude, I pray that they get rid of it. Scepter's probably gone. I don't like Flick Knives. I'm gonna let Flick Knives resolve. Play Loyalty. So you're telling me there's a chance? Woo! I drew like literally the best card possible. It matched my aura. Dude. When's bans? Bans happen, let me pull up a calendar. The 19th. Give me a card. Sip isn't going. They already said they're only banning blue temporarily and plan on bringing it back. The flicking here doesn't matter. Flicking here matters. They get to sink a card. Card is just miserable and everybody hates it. From Sib? Or you mean Grasp? If he has a pickup, I just die. Sib. I honestly would rather we have a format without Sib. Bro, that's not fair. That's not fair. I'm gonna discard Shelter from my arsenal. Good game, man. Pop that down to 2 and 3 real quick. Let me see here. If you want my honest opinion, here we could talk about bans for a sec before I jump off stream here. So let's go really quickly to meta results for May, and then we will look at decks that actually exist because Aurora doesn't. So let's go. So Florian is an example of a deck. New probably won't get hit. She could, but it would be like a side hit. and then like Arachnes. So like these are the decks that I think are like questionable on whether or not you get a ban. I think Florian almost guarantees a ban, but what he gets banned is probably the real question. The assassins are definitely Aggramate is really scary when both of us are on 10 and lower. Yeah, I think that you pushed a lot faster than I did. So that made it a little bit more difficult. But, yeah, I think for bans... Is there, like, a cards? Like, stats? Like, most played cards? This is just distribution, right? Okay. It's like, let's look at this one. This one was updated literally just like a few days ago. So, cards I could see being banned. Codex stays as long as Felling is in the format. I think Codex is like so close to just being problematic and also being a card that's like functionally difficult for them to reprint. You can't ban this card. You can't ban that card because it hurts Verdance too much. I think they could nerf Florian and still keep him playable though. That's the thing. Like you could very, very reasonably ban something from Florian and still keep him playable. I think what you really need to get rid of, and this is just my opinion, is there are a few cards that I think are too effective in a fatigue Florian deck. And you're gonna judge me, and I realize that. Okay? I don't think they hit any equipment. Banning legendaries is not something that they've ever done in the past without, like, saying that they really, really didn't want to do it. Like, they were very hesitant to ban Grasp. I think Scepter's fine to go, wherever Scepter is. Scepter's fine because people just play this card. They want to play Scepter, they could just play this card. That's fine. I think if you look at what's here in the sideboard for Florian, I think all of these cards are relatively safe. I think most of these cards are pretty safe. Traverse the Universe ban. We'll get to new in a second. There's a few bans that I think that are going to happen that people aren't expecting, and Traverse is probably one of them. I think it could come already. I don't think they need to wait till new's gone. I think they should ban Blue Fruits of the Forest. I know that's crazy, and I think people probably won't be a huge fan of it, but it does take the power down of this deck by, like, a crazy amount. Because you lose a free card to just, like, discard and, like, dump into your graveyard, right, for Decompose. You pitch it into your deck and gain 2 in the late game if you're, like, super far ahead. Or, like, in where when I was playing into the Florian, we got into a fatigue point, and he was just like, oh, okay, like, I was able to keep 1 extra card, I'm just going to discard this Fruits and gain 2. Now you have to get a bunch more damage through to be able to still punch through that last little bit. I think this card could reasonably go. And, like, not hurt this deck in the slightest. I think banning this card hurts this deck, but also doesn't at the same time. It's, like, totally fine. The rest of the cards in here, God, I fucking hate this card. This card shouldn't exist. This card shouldn't exist. I think this card needs to go. If you're going to ban a card, ban this card. Let them play Sink Below. Let them play Shelter. Get rid of this fucking card. This card's stupid. This right here on it makes it too strong. I'm sorry. An extra 0 for 4 in Earth, just in general, is just too strong, in my opinion. If you want 0 for 4s to be readily available to people, and you don't want to ban the other ones, ban this one. If you're keeping Sync in the format, ban this card. Just get rid of it. He doesn't need an extra 0 for 4. Like, make him play weaker. Make it take longer for him to turn on. That makes a fatigue strategy a lot more difficult. Like, I know they're probably not going to ban Shelter. Although I would like them to. I think they... Rootbound should have been a Majestic. Yeah. It should have just been red. It should have just been red and a Majestic. If it was printed at that rarity, then I think it would be fine. But I also think that, like, there's a real possibility that they could come back to it in the future and just give, like, an Earth, like, 3K. You know what would make this card a lot more balanced? Imagine this card was a block card. Just come back to Earth in a few sets. Give them this, but as a block. I'd be so much more okay with that. The fact that this is a D-React fucking sucks. I hate that this is a D-React. This should have just been a block card. It should just be a block card. But I think you could reasonably hit this. You can reasonably hit this. Red Rootbound is totally fine to ban. You don't need to ban yellow or blue. You could reasonably ban this card and take the power level down. None of the rest of the cards are really egregious, except for this card. This card fucking blows. This card should probably be banned. But it also probably can't be banned because it allows Verdants to actually play the game. So you probably can't get rid of that card. But you should. You probably should. I think this card needs to go. Banning Carapace kills Verdants. It does. It does, but that's fine. You give them an Earth block that does the exact same thing, and this card is, like, infinitely more balanced. Is there a world where they ban an Assassin card? I think so. I think Assassin is kind of pushing it right now. Like, if you look at meta results, okay, we're not... Okay. Grain of salt. Huntsman does not exist. Huntsman is not a deck, okay? We're going in with that as the like start of everything, okay? So we're gonna look at how is Assassin distributed right now. Azuri's in a rough spot, which I will admit. Azuri is about on the same level as Arachne, just not existing. But look at these, okay? You're an over 50% deck, right? You're gonna start looking at, okay, well, what's their natural predator? Oh, the deck that just left the format. Oh, well, what other decks do they have that, like, are beating them? Fang, which is like this is a good one. I like this matchup. I think this is solid. Having a kind of bad matchup into Fang is good. Okay. Then you keep scrolling down, you're like, oh man, there's a lot of fucking green. And then you see, like, Vincent being kind of bad for them. Prism being pretty even. Kasai being kind of bad. It's like... I feel like there's something that needs to take a smidge of a hit here. Even just a little tick. Just a little tick down. They get dumpstered by Florian. Florian in this instance does not exist in the same sense that Florian exists right now. I'm assuming all of this with Florian probably getting like 2 cards banned. If Florian gets some amount of cards banned, then this matchup is just like not as relevant. I mean, it is relevant, but it's not as relevant, and so these numbers can like change pretty drastically, I think. But let's look really quick. Heroes. So we're gonna say Slippy and where's Neil? Neil. Marionette, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't really exist as much as Slippy right now. Slippy is pretty good. Let's find some most recent date on here that actually has a good win rate. Let's go this one. This one doesn't play marked cards. This is a pretty standard list. I've played into similar. So with Arachne, right? I think if you reasonably want to bring specifically this Arachne's power level down, you get rid of probably one of two cards. Can I check Peter's list? Is his name just on here to where I can look it up? Which one is Peter? Sorry. Or should I go to like tournament decks? Mask of Momentum YouTube. Got you. Give me 2 seconds, I'll do that. Is he a pretty good Slippy player? All right. Okay. I think won 2 pro quests. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I know the screen's kind of like slightly cut off. Let's see here. Can I do? Yeah, that's better. Now you guys can see all the cards. Okay. Personal opinion: this card should have been banned ages ago. Get this fucking card out of the game. This card shouldn't exist. Card should be a legendary. It's that good. It should be a legendary. The card just shouldn't exist. Get this card out of the game. This is one of the problems. This card should not be a thing. I think if you're targeting specifically slipped through the cracks, because Mario you can kind of target, right? I think personally, if you're really trying to target these decks, the cards that push them over, in my opinion, okay, the cards that I look at, I'm like, man, that card's so powerful, and like I don't get agency into it, is this card, specifically in new and in this deck. Like, this is a pretty fine card. Otherwise, this card's giga broken in new. I fucking hate this card personally, but that could just be a personal vendetta because I like to play a lot of all red decks. Okay, so that's one side of it. Don't like this card. Just does too much for a rare. I think personally, this card is doing too much for specifically Slippy. Them stealing a card, I know it's like conditional because you can also just like steal a card into a deck that just like doesn't give a shit, and you like flip a do nothing into the decks where this matters. It matters so much, and it's like crazy powerful. They'll always keep a pump for this card because this card getting pumped is crazy. This could also be a personal vendetta because I like to play decks that have a lot of attacks in them. But I'll get to the real problem cards now, okay? Real problem cards. This card is too strong. This card is especially too strong with this card in the deck. This card is just so easy for them to set up, and then they're just like, oh man, this one card just swings the game when I play it. Like, completely. It's a 0 for 4 go again in their deck, which is like crazy powerful on its own, but also the fact that it can just flick is like crazy. It's so insane. This card's crazy. This card, paired with this card, fucking stupid. I hate this. This should not exist with this. If they existed on their own, I would be okay with it. If they existed separately, I would be okay with it. The fact that they exist and they are playable within the same deck irritates the shit out of me. Yeah, it's this card is specifically strong because of this card and because of this card, right? But if you want to take the power level down of this deck, these are the easiest hits, right? Because that's where they have the most explosive power, is behind a card that's a pseudo 0 for 6, a 0 for 4, technically a 0 for 5 or 6 if you really count flicking it every time, right? There's a world where they ban flick knives. I don't think there's ever a world where they can ban flick knives. Not with Cindra existing. That's the only thing that makes Cindra relevant. If they ban flick knives, Cindra would just be here. We could go to the Living Legend leaderboard and we could see where she's at, because she's just gonna perpetually be there forever. Where is she at? She's like right here. Yeah. She would just stay here and just never move if you ban flick knives. This deck would be actually unplayable if you ban flick knives. And then you give, like, Mario's still playable. Arachne Slip Through the Cracks would still be playable without flick knives. This deck just doesn't exist without that. You, like, have to have it. But yeah, I think this card and this card paired together are too powerful. You can't keep these cards together. Probably this card probably needs to go. If I was picking one or the other, I think Kiss of Death goes, because Tarantula Toxin feels more fair. As, like, shitty as it is to say, because it's a 0 for 6 on both of these cards, right? These cards are all fine except for the price of this card. This card should not be how expensive it actually is. Like, that's ridiculous. And people are buying the shit out of them for like $90 and $100. This card needs to go. Oh,
My bad.
are you good? Okay. Lauren's trying to call somebody in the back.
Not on purpose.
At the moment, it feels like Runeblade and Assassins have way better cards than any other class. Yeah, that's super fair. I think there's definitely a level of, like, powering down that needs to happen, and we'll get to that in like 2 seconds. So this card, maybe Kiss of Death. Okay, looking at New probably won't get hit because she's probably just gonna die, like, pretty soon, right? The only thing that I will say. Here, let's go instead to, where's sets? So, reasonably, after New leaves the format, we lose Beckoning Mistblade, thank God. I think it's fine to keep Mask. I think it's fine also to keep a lot of these other cards. I don't want this card to come back. Remove this card. Don't bring this card back. I hate this card. Don't bring this card back. Let's see. Looking at Enigma. So Enigma just got banned. Don't bring this card back either. Ban it. Get rid of it. No one wants to play against this card. This card's dog shit. No one likes playing against this card. This card is not fun. Every other card that I'm looking at right here is fun. This card is not fun. Don't bring it back. Ban it. This card is not fun. Again, just don't have these cards exist when we get these heroes back. This card should not exist. This card's fucking broken. And then the most egregious. This card is like absolutely getting banned, right? Just a Crown of Seed situation. Just needs to get banned and just never see the light of day. This card should have blocked 1 or 0, honestly. Should just not exist. In terms of the rest of Part the Mistveil, like, this card's powerful, but I think it's at the right power level. I don't think there's any other cards that feel egregious from this set where I'm like, man, this card could not come back. Like, I'm pretty fine with all of these other cards. Most of them feel pretty fair. Why shouldn't Kasaya exist? So, Kasaya, in my opinion, giving you a free resource is just too much. If they wanted Kasaya to come back, they could print it without giving you a resource. I just don't like that it is like pseudo free resources for you just doing the thing you already want to do. Every other hero has to jump through hoops to get things, right? You only want to chi, you only want to search for shit, which searching on a hero ability we have learned is just giga fucking broken. The reason why Katsu's not doing good is because they removed the best card for him to search. But searching is still broken, even if you don't have good cards to search, because you can just set up perfectly. But this little bit right here is powerful. Extremely powerful. I think if they could figure out a way to make this in a different way, I think they should look into it. I think this card just does a little too much. Also, this Zen State thing's stupid. But I'm biased. I will give myself benefit of the doubt. I hate this part because I'm biased against it. This first part's stupid. I dislike that. And this card's just gonna get permabanned. Never see the light of day ever again. Other cards that are going to get banned. I know that this probably comes as a shock, but this card is too powerful. When you give a hero access to a card like Channel Lightning Valley, this card should not exist simultaneous to it. So if you're going to keep Channel Lightning Valley in the format, which you probably are, this card needs to go. This card's probably getting banned. This card is 1,000% getting banned. I see no world where they bring back Aurora and Arc Lightning and let this card exist. There's just no way. Make Zen State in action. I'm totally cool with that. Comes as a shock, isn't it? Deals 1 damage. Yeah, it kind of does do that, huh? Yeah, I think Sigil of Suffering is just too powerful for them to bring back. Because I was talking with, I forget who I was talking with exactly, but basically the topic of like, well, if Aurora's coming back, right? Like, what cards shouldn't come back with Aurora? I mean, we already know one isn't. This card, fucking, I already said it earlier. Ban this card. Get rid of it. Just don't let it come back. This card should not exist. It really shouldn't. Just get rid of it. The game would be so much better if we did not have this card. Okay? Rather than push other heroes than banning so many cards. See, okay, the preface with a lot of these cards is that they're getting banned after the hero is already gone. So it doesn't hurt as much, right? And so they're able to push other heroes by banning some of these cards so that when they're brought back, they don't just immediately come and just run over the whole field. Don't like the idea of a ban list with 100 cards on it. I think that's realistically what has to happen, though, if they're keeping Living Legend. Eventually, it's going to come around to that, right? Because you don't want, like, let's say they print Aurora 2, okay? If Aurora 2 has good pitch outlets, has access to still a broken weapon, what's stopping her if you don't ban any of the cards from this deck? Because this is the deck that I have done really decently with. What is stopping them from just saying, here's Aurora 2, go play the same deck? You know? Like, if we're getting an Aurora 2, then some stuff is gonna have to go. I look at it kind of like the Briar transition now into Aurora and Florian, right? So she got split because she was too powerful, right? With both combined, right? So we're probably never going to see a Briar again, which is okay. I mean, there's going to be some people that are hurt by the fact that Briar's not going to ever come back, but that's... You get two separate ones now. When they separated Briar, they pseudo-rotated her cards, right? Because Briar has specializations. And they also pseudo-rotated any of the... Let's see, where is it? Fuse, Lightning, Earth. Boom. They also pseudo-rotated this card. Right? Let's see, what's another card that they pseudo-rotated? Where's another... Another pseudo-rotated card. Because they didn't actually rotate this card, right? Because it's not a Briar specialization. But, are you going to play this card? Not. In... Like, are you going to play this card outside of Briar? Probably not. And so you look at these cards that are, like, technically not rotated, right? They're technically not banned. But, like, this card is banned. This card's banned. Whether or not we think it is or not, it is banned, right? So it's going to need, we're going to need some amount, if you are bringing Aurora back, like actual Aurora, you need to ban cards. Because... You're not rotating Aurora in the same way that we rotated Briar, right? You're not rotating, like, I'll use Chain as another example. You're not rotating Chain when you put out Vincent, but you kind of are, because you rotate his specializations, and you make a slight different playstyle. But if you're bringing back Aurora proper, then you're gonna have to change some stuff. I do think limiting her pitch potential is going to be, like, the biggest aspect that they can do, but kind of have to wait and see. Really quick, I know everybody's been bringing it up. We've got 3 Oak. 3 Oak is getting either the ban or this card is getting a ban. I have no doubts in my mind that one of these two cards is probably getting the hit. I think that they are probably a little too powerful for what Marlon wants to do, especially Tri-Shot. I think 3 Oak is probably more egregious because of what it does. And Tri-Shot just does this thing with Death Dealer that, like, is hard for them to balance. But if they're trying to push, let's say they're trying to push Azalea, just in a hypothetical. If in the next set Azalea gets enough cards to push her over the edge, Tri-Shot just doesn't matter. So I think it's probably safer for them to just be like, you know what, let's just leave Tri-Shot. Let's try and push Azalea out. And then let's get rid of 3 of a kind, which is the more egregious initial problem, right? Because Tri-Shot at least requires setup. Unless they're setting a new standard. Tri-Shot over 3 of a kind. Why Azalea doesn't run 3 of a kind? She runs too many arrows. Azalea doesn't run 3 of a kind because she just doesn't need to. She just needs 1 arrow plus a billion pumps, right? And, like, 3 Oak survived only because none of the other heroes could play it effectively. And, like, Riptide tried to, but he wasn't good. Not good with 3 of a kind, I should say. But, like, this card is scary paired with Death Dealer, specifically for Marlin, because of the fact that you can have the New Horizons, right? You draw Arsenal, and then Arsenal a second card. And, like, the fact that you have access to so many like go again arrows. We'll filter that really fast. You have access to so many go again arrows that are, like, incredibly powerful. I think it just poses too much of a risk to keep them in the format. Okay. I know I'm saying you have so many go again arrows, and we're looking at 4 cards on the here, right? But we already know that the deck wants to pitch. It's going to play a lot of blues, right? So playing blues here isn't a problem, right? So if you have blue, 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 pretty reasonable. If you have red, 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 pretty reasonable. If you have yellow here, also pretty reasonable, right? We don't know what her playstyle is. I mean, we kind of do, right? At least with Death Dealer in the format. If Death Dealer's gone, her playstyle changes a lot. But with Death Dealer, we're just running into this situation where, like, if she draws a card, which Death Dealer just draws a card, right? You having access to go again arrows is just stupid powerful. Because you're just like, oh, okay, I just get this free card. Just slam it and play. And you don't really get that, like, restriction that that you had previously with, like, a lot of other heroes. And so I think you might run into, like, a similar, like, Fuseless Lexi situation if you don't take out 3 of a kind, or if you don't balance her in a way where, like, she's not able to abuse Death Dealer as effectively. So that's what scares me for her. Gravy, I don't think needs anything pre-banned. Are adult heroes tokens again? Yes, they are. You can see they're actually called basic cards now. Tokens are only things that you can create. So, like, a good example would be Golden Cog. So, like, this is technically a basic card, right? But token is a card that you can create, like, while playing the game. So, like, Marlin's Goldfin Harpoon is a basic card, but is also considered to be a token. Or actually, it doesn't have the actual token typing on it, does it? No, it doesn't. This is as close to being a token as possible, without it being actually a token. But it's still that basic rarity, which basic rarity, from what they were describing, is tokens and like heroes now. So like this is also basic rarity here. No majestic heroes is very nice. I remember like during a lot of the last few set releases that we've had that we've run into these issues of like, oh well, I can't find my adult hero even though I opened a case. It was just stupid. I really dislike that. And the fact that they took up slots, like an expansion slot in some sets, or like that they took an actual M slot in a couple sets was just stupid. I hated it. Maybe a new adult hero in Majestic, new LL heroes. I think they're going to be pretty hesitant with how they introduce more heroes in the future. I think that the way they are going to introduce heroes is going to be more through like, especially if they're bringing back heroes, it's going to be through like an armory deck similar to how they did like Jarl. Maybe Cerebellum is saying bye. No, they said pretty specifically that Cerebellum Processor is going to be played in Puffin. I doubt they ban it. Like James White himself said that Cerebellum was going to get played. So I would assume that Cerebellum is probably staying. I don't think there's anything egregious for Puffin. Although, this is my... I'm going to leave it at this because I got to go make lunch and get ready for work here. But I think the best thing they could do with this ban list, I'm going to leave you guys with this so you can think about it and try and think about it. And we can talk about it again tomorrow when I'm streaming. Okay, hear me out. You gotta hear me out. You gotta hear me out, okay? Unban this card. Just do it. Just unban it. Unban it. But you ban this card. Is that acceptable? Is that acceptable? We get High Octane back. We rotate -IE. Max is playable. Dio has an actual combo in the deck, but isn't egregious drawing 20 cards because System Reset exists. This card shouldn't be here. Max is not playable even with High Octane. I think he becomes a lot more playable with High Octane, though. Spark of Genius. You know what? I'd be okay with Spark of Genius getting banned. I'd be okay with this getting banned, personally. If I could get High Octane back and this card gets banned too, I don't give a shit. I'll take High Octane over this card any day. Yeah, I think High Octane coming back would be good for the format, genuinely. Makes the mech an OTK and max. And that's the point. Drawing Spark when you High Octane is so giga broken. Yeah, it really is. He needs a complete new set to get him anywhere. He feels like a hero with no identity other than hyperdrivers. I unmute.
No,
There's
you're
a phone
good.
call. Oh no, we're good? Okay. I want High Octane to come back. I think it's one of the only cards that reasonably could come off the ban list, mostly because the heroes that it powers up are all bottom of the barrel right now. It's possible that High Seas is going to power them up in the same way, you know? But like, just the mechanologists just like suck. Oh, here's Miko. Meow. Here's Miko. Here's the other kitty cat. We do need more contract cards. Teklo's unplayable. Yeah, Teklo will forever be unplayable. Here, I'll hit you guys with the full cam so you can look at Miko. She's sweet. But, yeah. Teklo you unfortunately can't fix without giving him an actual armory deck, which I think is probably in the works. I think bringing back High Octane actually just pushes the mechs back into the format where they just, like, basically don't exist right now. Dash.io does exist in some sense, but I think that she still is struggling, like, quite a lot. Dash.ie is kind of here right now, mostly because the format slowed down a lot. But I think there's a little bit of a switch up that you could do reasonably within Mechanologist that ups their power level, but not by so much that it makes them, like, egregiously, like, the best deck. So that is my what I'm gonna leave you with. They'd unban High Octane. Puffin would be extremely broken. That's the point. I want Puffin to be broken, though. I want it to be broken. Okay. Before I go, I'm just double checking. We don't know a single Puffin card. We know some Puffin cards. Okay, before I go, anybody have points to redeem before I go? I still have 2 loose packs. Still haven't broken into the box yet. Just checking, in case people want to redeem. I don't know if it's up or not. Well, we have some Puffin cards. We got Polly. Only got 4 and 9. Okay. Like we know a handful of them. They're not too bad. Chance to play Marlin no bans. You can for 1 day, probably. It'll be the 19th. And then a few hours into that day, you'll get bans. Not enough points. Fair enough. Okay. I'm gonna do one for fun. Just because we're gonna have to break into the actual box soon. I wanna get into it. Especially because High Seas is coming out. We'll eventually get a High Seas box to open, which will be more exciting. What will they ban? That is a great question. I have no clue. Alright, we got Blue Concuss. Blue, oh man, it's focusing on my face. Blue Engaged Swiftblade. Got Blue Pound Town. Yellow Wallop. Yellow Vigorous Engagement. Come on. Focus in on the card. Yellow Lead with Speed. Red Money where your mouth is. Red Mighty Windup. Stand Ground. Lead with Heart. Got a nice starting stake. Wall of Meat and Muscle. It's a rare. Over the Top, and let's see. I have no idea what this card is. Rawhide Rumble. And a Centauri Saber. There's a Beat Chest Intimidate card. I've never seen that card before. There's so many cards in this set that I'm just like, I just don't understand them. I do need to get a full set of Test of Strength before the next set drops. We can see Pix down in the corner too. She's hiding right here. Starting stake maybe. Yeah, I don't know if starting stake is gonna be good or not. We'll have to see. Take that guy out. I think I got a starting stake in the last pack too. No? There's one. 3 Oak is, yeah, 3 Oak is probably gone. So we got 2 whole starting stakes. And then my personal set-asides from the packs are performance bonus and 1 singular wage gold. We'll see if this card's good or not. And then our good pull of the day is Nice rainbow foily cast bones. Which I don't even know if that card's worth anything right now, but it looks cool. So that's what really matters, right? Yeah, it's like $5. It's pretty cool. So sad with Heavy Hitters, dude. Heavy Hitters was one of the best sets. Super good. It's just that the meta that followed it didn't last long enough. It should have lasted longer. We do need more brutes. We'll eventually get them, though. Probably next set. Next set after High Seas, we'll get some brutes. I think it's almost a guarantee. Alright, I gotta dip. I gotta go make lunch, because I need to go to work in not too long. So, thanks for chilling, guys. I appreciate it. I will be on tomorrow, probably like mid-afternoon. It's probably like, okay, for me right now, it is 1 p.m. I'll probably stream between 12 and 1 starting time tomorrow. If you're not following, hit the follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe, leave a like. That kind of stuff helps me a lot. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And then, yeah, we'll be on tomorrow. We'll just be jamming more games. I don't know if I'm going to change up my Cindra list at all or if we'll end up doing something different. But we'll just kind of have to wait and see. So, thanks for chilling. Thanks for chatting. I appreciate it a bunch. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Oh, and thanks for the subs. You guys fucking rock. We'll see ya.